Welcome to Tom Sox Weekly, presented by UVA Orthopedics. I'm Zach Lambert.
And I'm Lauren Nilsson. We have a great show for you this week. First, we're going to break down how the Tom Sox fared on draft night. Then, we'll reunite with a pair of players who are once again under Coach Kory Koehler.
But first, let's take a look at some of the top plays from last week. Amos lines one into left center field. That one's going to get down and split the outfielders and roll all the way to the wall. Amos trots into second easily with a one-out double, his 8th double of the season. Another payoff pitch is lined over the head of the third baseman, tack it into left field for a base hit. Amos rounds third and he'll score easily. Bennett chugging for 2 and he's in there. An RBI double for Pierce Bennett ties the game back up. It's 1-1. Lefty on lefty matchup, and he swings and hits this one through the left side, a base hit into left field. Coach Koehler's waving Pierce Bennett home. The throw to the plate is cut off. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line hard down into right field, and it's there. Towards the corner, and it's going to get past the right fielder, Kuda. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Guidry's on his way home. The throw goes into second. It's a bases clearing double for Victor Castillo, and the Tom Sox take a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the second. And he lines this one into left field over the head of third baseman Tackett. Castillo rounding third. He's coming home. The throw is cut off. Amos stops at first base, and it's an RBI single for Logan Amos.
And the pitch, both runners are stealing, and this one is laced into deep left center field, and that is going to drop. Great base running there by Skinner. He's going to round third and come home. Coach Koehler is sending home Adam Cesari, and Wyatt Langford is in with a 2 RBI double, extends his on-base streak to 14 games.
Swing and a miss, another fastball right by Gabe Sherman. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts here in the 7th inning.
200 on the year. That ball hit out to second base. Throw a little off target, but Garrett Spikes is able to handle it for the 3rd out. So Harrisonburg gets 2 out early, but then gets 2 runs in on a pair of hits. We go to Bob. with 4 RBI in the year as that one is hit out to shallow center field. Second baseman and center fielder both going to it. Neither of them will get it. And Victor Castillo leads off the game for the Tom Sox with a single to shallow center. Hits 2 runs for Charlottesville in his 2 innings in his debut. Next pitch from Cabral. Check swing goes around.
Let Riddleman out. Easy.
Next pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, but he bobbles it. Could be another error on Harrisonburg.
You have no marbles. You have no marbles.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You
Yeah.
have no marbles.
1, 2, 3.
The MLB draft is a very exciting 72 hours for college players. And this year, 7 former Tom Sox standouts heard their names called on draft day.
Our own Dylan Castaigne breaks down all the action. Let's check it out.
For Tom Sox Weekly, I'm Dylan Castaigne. It was another successful MLB draft for the Tom Sox, and I'm here to break it all down. We had 7 players selected this season, the most ever over 20 rounds, and the most in the entire Valley League. A trio of high-profile 2018 arms were taken off the board. NC State closer Evan Justice was the first taken this year, a 5th rounder by the Rockies. Justice tossed 25 1/3 innings for the Sox, striking out 40 batters. He was one of the nation's best closers in 2021, leading the NCAA with 13 saves. ODU's Hunter Gregory was an 8th rounder by the Toronto Blue Jays. Hunter was the 6th best reliever in the 2018 Valley League season with a 1.37 ERA in 13 appearances and 45 strikeouts. This season, Gregory's 2.95 ERA ranked 3rd in Conference USA, and his 1.06 WHIP ranked 6th. Antonio Menendez was the 3rd 2018 hurler taken off the board. A righty out of Wake Forest, he was a 14th round pick by the Rays. He had a 2.43 ERA in 18 appearances, an all-time team record. He struck out 13.5 batters per game, the 3rd most all-time. A pair of 2019 players were also taken off the board. Alaska Abney, a 2019 hurler from Coastal Carolina, was chosen in the 15th round by the Cleveland Indians. Abney posted a 3.71 ERA in 17 innings for the Sox, striking out 26 batters as the team's closer. His 8 saves are a Tom Sox record. One of the VBL's best hitters in 2019, East Carolina's Thomas Francisco, was taken off the board in the 19th round by the Cardinals. Thomas started his season with a 23-game hit streak, the longest in team history. His .409 batting average is 2nd all-time and led the league. He's a .348 hitter at East Carolina with 81 RBIs and 18 home runs. A pair of pitchers from this season's team were also taken off the board. Carlos Rodriguez was the Tom Sox 2nd selection on day 2, taken by the Milwaukee Brewers in the 6th round. Rodriguez made 1 appearance for Charlottesville this year, tossing 2 innings. Alex Ayala was the 2nd 2021 player taken, joining his Florida Southwestern teammate. Alex was taken in the 9th round by the Tampa Bay Rays. He made 2 appearances for the Sox this year, a pair of road starts. He struck out 9 batters in 7 innings. In addition to the 7 players drafted, a pair of former Sox players were signed as undrafted free agents. The 2018 Valley League Pitcher of the Year, Jared Weatherby, was signed by the Phillies. Weatherby gave up just 7 hits in his 25 1/3 innings with a 1.06 ERA and 44 strikeouts. 2017 slugger Kyle Battle was signed in free agency by the New York Yankees. A member of the Sox first championship team, Battle hit .244 with 20 RBIs and 23 runs. He was named a consensus All-American this year after finishing 3rd in the country in walks, 11th in runs, and 16th in home runs. That wraps up this year's MLB draft selections. Back to you, Lauren.
Thanks, Dylan. In addition to being the Tom Sox head coach, Kory Koehler is also the assistant to one of the top junior college programs. This summer, he's reuniting with 2 of his former players.
R. Kelly Warner sat down with RJ Ochoa and Zach Lemus to discuss what it's like playing for Coach Koehler again. Check it out.
For many Tom Sox players, the chance to play with Kory Koehler is a new experience. But for former San Jack players RJ Ochoa and Zach Lemus, playing for the Tom Sox has been a homecoming.
Well, Kory invited me, and I played for Kory for like 3 years, so I wanted to come out here and play with him.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Kory texted me. I was on way to vacation, and Kory texted me saying that they had some injuries with infielders, asked me if I wanted to come out here, and thought it would be a good idea.
He's a good coach, and I mean, he's fun to play under. So.
Yeah, for sure. He It's still the same. Like he coaches the same exact way he really coaches at San Jack whenever we were there. But it's a little more laid back being summer ball, but he's still on you. For sure, it feels good picking up with a team that's been winning a lot of games. It seems like they're on a roll.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, they're from Power 5 schools, and I'm from a mid-major, so I mean, it's cool to meet these guys and come out and play with them.
Yeah, it's cool. We're kind of older guys on the team, and it's cool being with younger guys. They seem very advanced, though. They're really good players.
Despite being late additions to the roster, RJ and Zach still have goals to accomplish with the Tom Sox.
It's basically get better and play to the best of my ability, try to do things for the team and win a title.
Coming in this late into the season, I just get as many at-bats as I can and play hard and definitely win a ring for the ship.
Coming up later on the episode, we're going back out to left field with another charismatic member of the Tom Sox roster.
We will also give you a sneak peek into what the boys do before their games. But first, let's take a moment to thank our great sponsor, UVA Orthopedics.
Tom Sox Weekly is presented by UVA Orthopedics. University of Virginia's orthopedic department is eager to announce the establishment of a state-of-the-art comprehensive center for orthopedic care, the UVA Orthopedic Center at Ivy Mountain, co-locating existing clinics with an outpatient surgery center, imaging, physical therapy, and administrative and physician offices. Set to open in early 2022, the new UVA Orthopedic Center at Ivy Mountain will be a home base for healthcare professionals focused on helping patients improve their athletic performance, recover from injury, or prevent future incidents.
Coming up next on the show, one of our most popular segments of the year, Out in Left Field, sees a new guest host take over this week.
This time, it's Brooke Stake, and she's ready to ask those burning questions. Let's join her.
Hey Tom Sox fans, I'm Brooke Stake and I'm here with assistant coach Seth Dvorak, and we're going to ask him the tough questions out in left field. So first, let's get started. What's your favorite memory so far here in Charlottesville?
It's a good question. I think taking the number one seed in the league was my best memory when we clinched that. So it would have showed the hard work that we put in, and it's sort of paying off right now.
Definitely. Now, you said you're from Chicago. You definitely have to like pizza then. What's your favorite pizza topping?
Yeah. I don't know if you've tried deep dish before, but that's the thicker pizza, but I'm going to go with sausage. So.
I have.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I think Remember the Titans. It was actually filmed out in Virginia here, so it's always a classic.
Definitely. Soup or salad?
I'm going to go soup.
Soup.
Chicken noodle. Can't go wrong.
Good choice. My favorite's tomato. Peanut butter and jelly or grilled cheese?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Definitely, good choice. What's your favorite professional sports team?
The Chicago Cubs.
The Cubs, why?
Obviously growing up on the north side of Chicago, so always rooted for them, and coming up as a baseball player, it's just easy, and I really enjoy going to Wrigley Field and watching the team play.
Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Why?
A lot of good series on there. Obviously, Stranger Things, I think, is my favorite. Have you seen that one?
Yes, good choice.
Yeah,
good choice.
Classic.
If you had to pick another favorite sport other than baseball, what would you pick?
Probably basketball. Chicago Bulls. I used to go to a lot of games as a kid, and watching guys like Derrick Rose and Zach LaVine now is a lot of fun for me. So.
If you could be any superhero, who would you be and why?
That's a good question. I'd probably go Iron Man because he's got the money, he's got the gadgets, obviously, and sort of the leader of the Avengers, so it's my pick.
Definitely. Well, that's all we have today, Tom Sox fans. Thank you so much for watching. For Tom Sox TV, I'm Brooke Stake.
Thanks, Brooke. I wouldn't say our Tom Sox players are superstitious, but they are a little stitious.
Our Brendan Farrell caught up with the team to see what superstitions these guys have. Let's check it out.
Thanks, guys. Baseball players are notorious for their odd superstitions and pregame rituals, and your Tom Sox players are no different. I caught up with guys all across the lineup to hear the odd things they do before they hit the diamond. Mr. Safford, we need your opinion. Oh man, look at the smile on this kid. Look at him. All right, what we need to know, are you superstitious at all when it comes to baseball? Like, do you wear the same socks all season?
Not the same socks, but it's just weird. I'm superstitious about weird things.
Like what? We need to hear these.
Hit with something, I gotta wear it the next game. But then if I don't get a hit, I'm not gonna wear it.
What is it? Like, we talking underwear here? We talking the same
Underwear,
socks?
gloves, socks, pants, shoes.
So if you get a hit tonight, you're gonna be wearing the same underwear, same socks, same shoes, same wristbands, and same hat tomorrow.
Everything. I'm not even gonna wash it. Underwear during spring season, same jock strap, everything, every game.
During this past college season, I wear like the same pair of tights every single game. So.
Yeah, Garrett Gable doesn't wash anything ever. So I do not wash my catching gear, so it smells really bad.
So did that start on June 5th at the first game, or has that been going since you were born? Like, how long are we talking here?
Ever since I got my gear, I just haven't washed it.
Which was?
About February.
So you just smell like sweat from February?
Yeah, I always smell like sweat when I'm on a baseball field.
Do you not worry any of your teammates think that's absolutely disgusting?
I don't care.
I'm growing it out when I got out here. It was already grown, and I really don't have a razor out here. I didn't bring one, so it's coming out.
You know, we do have CVS and other stores out here, right? You can buy one? Are you sure?
I'm growing it out.
It looks good.
Okay. Oh, man, look who our next victim is. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Coach K, we got an important question for you. Do you have any big superstitions when it comes to baseball? As a coach or when you were a player?
Yeah, I got one.
Do you want to share with
Yeah, sure. Superstitions are bad deals. Bad deal. If superstitions get you beat,
well,
have one superstition. It's not to have superstitions.
Well, you need to talk to your players because they will not change their underwear, shoes, socks, pants, hat, or gloves if they win.
That's true. I smell them every day.
I actually eat chips and salsa before every outing when I throw.
Only when you throw, not on the off nights. So what do you do on the off nights?
I'm not pitching. I eat everything else. I mean, other than chips and salsa. But chips and salsa and Campbell's chicken noodle soup before every start.
So what we're trying to understand is there's teammates of yours who don't wash their socks, shoes, gloves, hats, pants as well, and their catching gear. Do you find that just absolutely disgusting and doesn't make a difference at all?
I mean, like, it is kind of weird. Like, I wash my stuff because I feel like it's not like...
Because you're a sanitary human being?
I mean, for me, it's just like nothing I do is going to like nothing I do in terms like washing my clothes is going to change my performance. I just got to be the same guy every day.
You heard it here, folks. James Vaughn is mentally tough. As you can see, our players have all sorts of pregame rituals, but if they work, they work. For Tom Sox TV, I'm Brendan Farrell.
Before we let you go, let's take a look at what awaits our Tom Sox this week.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week.
Until next time,
Go Sox.